Good morning, students. Hope you all are doing good. This is our 11th video session, and by the previous session itself, we have completed our second chapter, isn't it? So, hope you are clear about the second lesson. And at the end of that session, I have given one homework question. Hope you all have done that homework. Now, I'll say the answers. Take your textbook. Let's evaluate page number 28. So, the first question, identify the features and match them. First option, x cube plus y cube. It is what? Superscript. And second one, insert page number. It is header. And C question, HNO3, and it is subscript. Then third question, you have to insert the author's name at the bottom of all pages. Which option will you choose? Answer is footer option. Then fifth question, you have to merge first three columns of a table. And which option, which of the following tools to be used? And the answer is merge cell. So these all are the answers of that homework question. So in today's session, we are moving to a new chapter, chapter 3, Infinite World Within Our Grasp. So now I'll give a brief description about this chapter. This third lesson is Pakka theory lesson, and there will be no activity to do. And for your practical exam, no activities will come from this chapter. So this chapter is Pakka theory. So study the one word question, underline the main points and read your textbook and study the one word question. No practical activities to do. Okay. So shall we start today's session? By the end of today's class, you will be able to understand about the internet services like Gmail account, so how to create an email account, and also you will learn about wiki projects, and then you will learn about different modes of communication. So shall we start today's class? Take your textbook. No activities to do in this chapter, so listen to your textbook while I am taking class. Okay. So chapter 3, Infinite World Within Our Grasp. So first topic is what? Email. So you all know that every services are now internet oriented, isn't it? So one of the main service offered by internet is email service. For your Google Meet service, you already have opened or you already have created one email account. So hope you all know that steps, how to create an email account. So the first topic in this chapter is how to create an email account. So what do you mean by an email? What is the full form of email? Email is electronic mail. Page number 31, you can see one box at the top about email, a short description about email. So email is the short form of electronic mail, and both the receiver and sender has one email address, and that email address we can see the name of service provider. Service provider means @gmail.com, yahoo.com, then one more rediff.com. These all are known as service providers. Service provider name. So an email ID consists of service provider name, and also we can enter into that email using a password. So both the receiver and sender has one email address. We can send or we can receive the messages, then audios, videos, images, etc. So we can send anything using this email ID. So that is what a short description about email. Then an email ID consists of two main parts. It is very important. Page number 32. You can see one box when you create an email account. So first I will say the theory portion. After that we will move to the activities in this chapter. Okay. So take page number 32. So an email ID consists of two main parts. One is username and other one is name of service provider. And both this name get separated by using which symbol? Which symbol? A, @ symbol. One A-like structure, @ Its name is @. So two parts are there. One is username and other one is service provider, and both this name get separated by using @ symbol. For example, anu19@gmail.com. So anu19 is what? Username, and gmail.com is name of service provider, and both these names get separated by using the symbol @. So it is the main structure of email account or email ID. Okay. Then one more topic to be discussed in this email section is what? CAPTCHA. Page number 33 you can see CAPTCHA. CAPTCHA means what? Though you can see one image, figure 3.2. Have you noticed that image while entering to some website? They are providing some captchas. We have to enter as per that figure. We want to enter that text. That is known as CAPTCHA, and the full form of CAPTCHA is very important. Completely automated Turing test to tell the computers and human apart. Which means what? Some websites are providing this CAPTCHA in order to ensure that the user is a human being. So some website, maybe there is a chance to get threatened by some virus or some malicious threats. So in order to ensure that we are a human being, that is what CAPTCHA is. Okay. So human beings only visible that CAPTCHA, only can enter that CAPTCHA. Other malicious virus cannot enter that CAPTCHA. So the website are providing this CAPTCHA in order to ensure that we are a human being. That is what the usage of CAPTCHA. So these are the brief descriptions about email account. Okay. So now shall we move to the activities? Activity 3.1. Listen to activity 3.1. What is that? Let's create a Google account. So there are some steps to create a Google account. Then activity 3.2. Let's send an email. How to send message? You are sending messages through WhatsApp, isn't it? So likewise, we can send messages using email account. So 3.2 is let's send an email. So you can see so many images like how to create an mail account. Step-wise procedures are given. And activity 3.3 is let's send a copy of invitation. Means what? We can attach files or we can upload several documents. Like we can upload an image or we can upload an audio or video, anything or any documents, etc. So how to attach file or how to upload file. So these are the first three activities in chapter 3. So now I am going to show how to create an email account, then how to send a message using our created email ID, and how to upload a file. Okay, all these three activities I am going to show it with the help of my system. So listen carefully. Those who don't know how to create an email account, listen. Okay. So shall we move to that session? Let's see the activities 3.1, 3.2 and 3.3. Okay.
How to create Gmail account? Open Mozilla Firefox or Google, type Gmail and click on the first option. So like this will appear. Here we can see create account option. So click on this create account option. For myself, to manage my business. So it will be a personal account for myself. Then like this, a new web page or new window will appear. Here type the details. Type any details. First name, last name. Then give a user name. Type any username which not exist in this Gmail account. So we can give any username. Type a password. Re-enter that password or confirm that password. Then click on next button. So next window will appear. Here we can provide a phone number. It is optional. It is not a mandatory field. So if you don't like to give your phone number, ignore that box. Here also we can give another email address. If you forget your email ID, you can recover your email address using this another email ID. So it is also optional. So I am ignoring this place. Then give the birth date. Gender. Then click on next. This is Google's privacy and terms. So read out this privacy and click on I agree option. So such a simple step in order to create a Gmail account. It is very simple, and we can enter our details and we can create our own username, and after that read out the privacy policies and click on I agree option so that our email account will get ready. Okay. So this is my newly created email account. So here we can see the option to sign out. See, here we can see our option to sign out. Click on this place. Then in this we can see the Google apps. In the left side we can see so many options. The first one is compose option. So by clicking on compose button, we can send new emails to other person. Then inbox means a received mailbox. Star means what? We can star out a particular mail. So whenever we are receiving a lot of mails and when we are sending a lot of mails, here it may consist of a lot of emails. So we can star out a particular email, so that if you click on the starred button, we can see that particular starred message. Snooze means we can we can set reminders. In our phone also we are setting so many reminders, for example for birthday, then wedding anniversary, etc. So likewise we can star out any particular email. Send means what? Whatever mail we are sending, that will comes in sent box. Then draft also, not non-sended, or if we are not sending an email, we can type and just save in drafts. Okay, that is what drafts, and other more options are there. So we only need, in this chapter you are only going to learn about how to send an email. So click on this compose button. So a pop-up chat box will appear. Here give a valid receiver's address. Type out a receiver's address. Then type any subject, any title for our mail. Then in this place we can give a message. This is what your activity 3.2 in your textbook. 3.2 in your textbook. Let's send an email. So give any message here. Attaching a mail. Any message here. Then activity 3.3. If our mail only consists of this message, just give that message and click on send button. In activity 3.3 in your textbook, they are given that sending a file. For example, we can send a PDF format, we can send a document, or we can send any images, etc. So activity 3.3 is sending or attaching a file. So here we can see attach file option. So click on this attach file option, and in Windows, now it is Ubuntu, so it seems like this. If it is in Windows, my computer folder will appear. So from that select any folder and click on open, so that like this it is going to upload. After uploading, it will seems in blue color. See, so our upload is completed. Then click on send button. So one is click on this attach file option, and then from my computer or this PC, that window, select the file to upload and then click on send button. After uploading, it will seems in blue color. So click on send button. Then go to send option. See a message. So we have sent a mail to a particular person. So likewise we can send emails using what? Compose button. So this is activity 3.3 in your textbook. And while sending a message, here in to address column we can see two other fields. One is CC and other one is BCC. It is also given in your textbook in one box, page number 33, but it is for further reading. It won't ask for evaluation purpose. It is for further reading, but I will say what it is. If you click on the CC option, another to address column will appear. If you click on this BCC option, another box will appear. So in these both places, or in these three places, we can enter receiver's address. So what is the speciality of this three? In to address, we can add the main receiver's address of the main person, and in CC column it means carbon copy. We can enter other receiver's address. Suppose I want to send a message to principal and teachers, so I'll type the principal's address here. As it is the main person, I'll type principal address here, and I'll type the teacher's mail address in CC column, carbon copy, so that it will seem that this one is the main person and this is to send that exact message to the other ones. That is what CC, carbon copy. And what about BCC? BCC means blind carbon copy. So if you want to send a copy of the mail to another person without the knowledge of email recipients in the to and CC column, without the knowledge of these two persons, this two person cannot see the third party which we are typing here. If I am typing this email ID here, this to column and CC column, this receiver's address or this receivers cannot identify this third party.
So hope you are clear about how to create an email ID and how to send a message or how to upload a file. So hope you are clear about that activities. So read the steps in the textbook. So it is very clear. I have already shown it using my system. So read the activity steps. Okay. Then below activity 3.3, page number 34, there is one table. Use of email. Certain precautions while using an email. You should be aware of certain precautions. The first one is password is the key to enter into email. So a password should contain or consist of small letter, capital letter, a number and a symbol. So that while we are using like this, a password will be more strong. Next, it is good to change your password at regular intervals of time so that any persons did not get a password. Then, whenever you open your email ID or email account, always sign out from your email account, log out from your email account. The next one is, if you receive mails, attachment, etc. from any unauthorized organization or any unknown addresses, don't accept or don't respond to that mail. Don't want to give any reply to that mail. And the last precaution is sending mails including news, pictures or videos that are false, obscene or cause defamation to people. And also, if that message is threatened to our national security, don't send messages like this. It is a punishable offense. Okay, don't send a message that threatens to our national security. So these are some precautions that should be followed while using email account. Okay, then shall we move to next topic, next activity? These are our theory basics, very simple topics. That's why I am taking like this. You read your textbook, then you will be able to understand about this activities. Okay, next activity is very simple. Activity 3.4, various modes of communication. You all know that there are various modes of communication. For example, what? Letter. Letter is a mode of communication. We can communicate with other peoples. Then what? Another mode of communication is telephone. Telephone is one of the major communication device which we can communicate with other peoples. Then another thing is mobile phone. Then what? This email facility. So there are various modes of communication. Another mode of communication is through social media, then through fax, etc. So a lot of various modes of communications are available. And here you can see one table in activity 3.4. That is what mode of communication name is given and their merits and limitations are given. So it is not not much that important. So just write the limitations and merits of those modes of communication. It is a homework question for you. So two examples are given. For example, letter, the merit are information can be exchanged in the form of text and picture, and limitation is causes delay. It takes some time. It's very simple. So try to write that. That is what activity 3.4. And below activity 3.4, that table, below that table you can see for some organizations we have discussed about email. So every person has their own email ID. So we are creating email IDs abroad. Likewise, several organizations and government departments has their own mail IDs. For what? It is free to use. For government department, they are providing one common mail ID so that we can send messages to that mail ID, including the suggestions, or if you have any queries regarding any departments, you can message. You can send a message to those mail ID. You are watching Kite Victor's channel, isn't it? Kite, educational boards, the government department is Kite. So Kite also has one mail ID. It is given in your textbook. contact@kite.kerala.gov.in. It is their mail ID, email address of Kite, so that they are providing free email facility. We can send any queries. If you have any queries or if you have any suggestion, you can send a mail or message to this mail ID. So all the government department has their own mail address. And so then you have learned how information can be collected from internet and how emails can be sent. Almost all the informations are available in internet, isn't it? If you want to search for an information, just go to Google and search for that information. It will be available in our fingertip. So every information are available in internet, and the most trustworthy encyclopedia is Wikipedia. And you already have studied the history and all details about Wikipedia in previous year. Do you remember that? So these all are projects of Wiki projects. So Wiki projects has several other sister projects like Wikipedia. There are so many other projects like Wikisource. It is one of a encyclopedia like structure. We'll get all the information from Wikisource. And other sister project is Wiktionary. From the name itself, it is a dictionary. We'll get all the meanings from that website. And next thing is Wiki Commons. Wiki Commons means what? Wiki Commons means all the media files. We'll get all the media files from Wiki Commons, like images, sounds, videos, etc. All the media files from Wiki Commons. And one more sister project are there. What is that? Is there Wiki Codes. Wiki Codes means we'll get all the quotations of famous poets. To Wikipedia, Wikipedia has some sister projects. Wiki Commons, Wiktionary, Wikisource, Wiki Codes, etc. So all are this called sister projects, and all others developed by Wiki projects. That what the name Wiki, Wikisource, Wiki Commons, Wiki Codes, Wikipedia. So all are this sister projects and developed by using what? Wiki projects. So many sources are available in internet so that we can search information through this website developed by Wiki project. Likewise, the next topic is what? School Wiki. School Wiki means from the name itself, like this Wiki projects, Wiki has developed one website or web page including all the details of schools. That is what known as School Wiki, which is our next topic. So that will be taken in next class. Okay, I think all of you are get tired by hearing all this theory portion. So that topic will be discussed in next class. Okay. So what are the things which we have discussed in today's session? Hope you all clear about today's session, and one homework question also. Try to do that homework in your textbook itself. Write the homework. Okay. So read your textbook. Don't forget to underline the main points. So that's all about today. Other topics will be continued in the next class. Okay. So thank you. Have a nice day.